I'll be honest, when I walked into this film, I had only seen the first Mad Max film with pretty much no knowledge of what the other two are like. But that said, I still think the original Mad Max is a great film, depicting a society slowly spiraling out of control. In this fourth film, the society has been reduced to a very few, very rich people, ruling over a vast multitude of savages. Mel Gibson is absent from this film, but we do get Hugh Keays-Byrne from the first movie playing this movie's villain. Charlize Theron stars as Furiosa, Nicholas Hoult as... well, I had to look up his name, and apparently it's Nux. Rosie Huntington-Whiteley and Nathan Jones also co-star, and lastly there's Tom Hardy as Max. The movie focuses on an apocalyptic world where a man named Immortan Joe controls the masses through propaganda and an iron grip on the natural resources. He also breeds people to serve him unconditionally, using a group of women he locks away for his own purposes. The action starts when one of his followers, Furiosa, launches a secret escape plan for herself and the small number of women that Joe prizes more than anything. There's a lot to be impressed by in this film. The designs are very cool, the cinematography is great, the action is unbelievable, and the performances are very believable. And we also get some interesting character development. Furiosa is a brave and ruthless warrior trying to save these women from slavery, while also hurting Joe in the worst way she can think of. Nux is essentially a child soldier bred to die gloriously for Joe, only to identify with these women who are kept purely as breeders with no identity of their own in Joe's kingdom. Eventually, these people all form a group of unlikely misfits, all united by their disillusionment and desire for change. And in the meantime, they're being chased by a literal armada of steampunk post-apocalyptic warriors led by Immortan Joe himself. Now, can I say something controversial at this moment? This movie did not have to be called Mad Max. The Mad Max is just pure marketing, but you could have achieved the same result just by showing the trailer's epic action scenes without using the title Mad Max. It could have just been called Fury Road, standing on its own 2 feet. Because Tom Hardy was one of the least interesting parts of this film. His character of Max is surprisingly bland, with almost no dialogue. He talks weird, he looks weird, and he kicks ass, sure, but that's not much more than anyone else in this movie. The only distinguishing part of his character is that he's driven crazy by guilt for failing to protect his family, but even that never gets resolved or explained. Sure, he does go through an arc, and it makes sense, but it's not much to do with the Mad Max that we knew from before. Yet that's the name that's being used to draw us into the cinema. He could have been named Smirk Salinger and nothing would have changed. Because for me, the main character is not Mad Max. It's Furiosa. She's the one with a legitimate backstory, she's the one with a real goal, she's the one who sets the plot in motion and carries it through, and she has the most screen time. Hell, Charlize Theron gives an incredible performance throughout the film, one of the best in her whole career. And I have nothing against Tom Hardy. I think he was great in such movies as Locke, Dark Knight Rises, hell, even Warrior. But this, I don't know, it just seemed like he could have been playing any ordinary badass supporting character without having to be called Mad Max. All that aside, Fury Road is everything that an action fan could desire from a great action movie. It's fast-paced, it's violent, and it's also pretty damn smart. It's the movie Michael Bay might think he could make one day, but he never ever will. I recommend watching Mad Max Fury Road. Though unless you're a fan of 3D, I suggest you avoid seeing it in that format. It's not worth the extra money.